Next game is the Titans and the Colts. The Colts pulled this one out 23-16. Ryan Tannehill was 23-34, 264 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Do not go adding Ryan Tannehill because of this, even though the yards and the completion percentage is really nice. And Derrick Henry did not complete his pass, but he did lead the team in rushing, 13 carries, 43 yards. This is disappointing stuff from him. The average was low. He didn't really add much in the receiving game. Hang on to Derrick Henry. I don't really think he's a buy low either. I think he's just a hold at this point because Tyjae Spears is really coming on. He got the touchdown in this one. So I'm not ready to say Derrick Henry's job is in jeopardy because it is Derrick Henry after all. But Tyjae Spears is going to get some looks here for sure. It's not going to be just the complete domination of the rushing load that used to be with Derrick Henry. And Spears, 7 carries, 34 yards, touchdown. Really solid stuff from him. If Derrick Henry goes down, Tyjae Spears is going to be a top 10 back in fantasy. So look out for that. Ryan Tannehill also had 2 carries for 12 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, huge day here. He's been getting the targets, but finally the yards came through in this one. Maybe him and Ryan Tannehill are finally figuring each other out. 8 catches, 140 yards on 11 targets. Love this from him. Don't sell high on him. I think he's just a hold. Really good stuff. This could be a sign of things to come, though the Colts have a really weak cornerback group, so that is definitely part of the reason that Hopkins went off so much here. But Hopkins is a good receiver. This is DeAndre Hopkins we're talking about, so hang on to him. Good stuff there. Tyjae Spears, 4 catches, 35 yards. He's been doing some damage through the air. Chig Okonkwo, 5 catches, 33 yards on 9 targets. Solid tight end stuff. Have him on your radar, but I don't think he's an ad really at this point. Trayvon Wesco had a catch for 21. Derrick Henry just 3 catches for 19 yards. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, disappointing stuff here without Treylon Burks, just the catch for 9 yards. Josh Wiley had a catch for 7, and Kyle Phillips did not hollow in his only target. For the Colts, Anthony Richardson went down with a shoulder injury. It's looking like it's going to be an AC sprain. We saw Derek Carr play through this last week, and he was absolutely terrible, so I'm expecting Anthony Richardson to miss at least 1 week, if that is what it is, the AC joint sprain. So look out for that. Gardner Minshew came in his place, and he was 11 of 14, 155 yards. This is very Gardner Minshew-esque stuff here. He's like high completion percentage. The yards aren't totally going to be there, and the touchdown won't totally be there either, but he's a really safe game manager type option at quarterback. And Anthony Richardson, before he went down, was 9 of 12 for 98 yards. Zack Moss, just a monster day. I do not know what this backfield is going to look like once Jonathan Taylor is totally up to speed, because Zack Moss is absolutely dominating recently. 23 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know, Jonathan Taylor getting that big contract is definitely indicative that he's Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, he's going to get usage, and he should get the bulk of these carries here soon. But, I mean, when Zack Moss is playing this well, he still needs to have some sort of role, at least until that efficiency goes down, because he is just putting up elite numbers here recently. Jonathan Taylor, first game back after missing all the preseason, missing 4 weeks, 6 carries, 18 yards against a tough rushing defense. We say that, but Zack Moss is here averaging 7.2 yards per carry, so hang on to Jonathan Taylor. Don't panic because of this performance whatsoever. Anthony Richardson had 2 carries for 5 yards before he went down. Isaiah McKenzie had a carry for 4, and Gardner Minshew had 2 carries for 1. Josh Downs, I think, is a very good at this point. 6 catches, 97 yards on 6 targets. He is locked in as the number 2 receiver in this offense. Definitely put in a waiver claim for him. Michael Pittman, 5 catches, 52 yards, 7 targets. Disappointing stuff here because he was getting just a crazy amount of the targets early on. We might be seeing Josh Downs start to get more and more of this target share. That's going to be something to watch out for. I don't think it's totally time to panic on Michael Pittman, but I don't think he is that no-brainer starter that he was earlier in the season either. Zack Moss, 2 catches for 30 yards for him. Mo Alley-Cox had a catch for 17. Jonathan Taylor had a catch for 16. Drew Ogletree, 2 catches for 16. Kylan Granson had 2 catches for 15. And Alec Pierce had a catch for 10.